Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Story Time. For those of you that are new, my name is Courtney Baker. I am one of the hosts and the producer on Story Time. Ashley is unfortunately out for this episode. She's been super busy with work. So because I've known this guest for years, I was so excited to still take the interview and chat with him. So it features Bullard of the Harlem Globetrotters. He goes through his resume on the show, but this guy is just so incredible. I can't even begin to put his accomplishments into words because the list is so long. But if you know anything about the Harlem Globetrotters, if you've seen them play, if you've seen them on YouTube or social media, you've more than likely seen him. He's broken so many world records. He's just a really awesome dude. So stay tuned for the interview. And I hope if you are new and being introduced to the Globetrotters from this episode, I hope you really learn a lot. And I hope that Will is an amazing representation. And I know he is of what the team is about. So enjoy the episode. All right, y'all, welcome back. We are here with Bullard of the world-famous Harlem Globetrotters. Will, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing amazing. Chilling right now in the lounge. I'm at my job where I work at right now for a little bit, personal training and stuff. So.
Oh, there you go. I was going to ask because I know the Globetrotters are always on tour. So with COVID, obviously you can't do that. So how have you been staying busy? Just your personal training? Are you guys able to practice or train or anything?
I mean, like us being Globetrotters, we're always practicing. We're always in the gym working on our craft somehow, some way, either getting up shots or even trying to stay fit and things like that, interacting with our fans and family and friends on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, so we're always trying to stay active that way. But I got a feeling that a lot of us do have things outside of the Globetrotters that we do. Me, for example, I'm a CEO of my own company called Bullard Project. I'm a certified personal trainer. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm a life coach. I'm a basketball player developer. I'm a little bit of everything. So being a certified personal trainer for the past, I want to say 6 years. I've been a personal trainer for about 6 years. And I just had to put it to use. Once COVID hit, it effed everything up. I don't know if I can cuss now, but it was just like one of those things where it was just like, man, it messed everything up. So what do I do now? We're furloughed right now. We're expected to go back out March 2021. So hopefully that does kick off. But right now I'm busy with about 15 clients. So I can't complain.
I was going to ask, so I know you started Bullard Project. I remember it being all over social media and everything like that. So, but you've been a Globetrotter longer than you've started this project. So how in your busy schedule were you able to launch it?
I was just like, it was a summer when I got home off tour. I was like, you know what, I'm going to have to start finding my way, not my way out, but another route or start something else because I never know what can happen out here on this road. I think it was around the time I had got like a crazy injury, probably broke my foot one time or probably threw my back out or something like that. And it was one of those things where I need to set myself up for the future. So I had a little money put away. Then I put a couple grand into my brand, and I believed in myself. And that was 6 years ago, and it's taking off real nice now, and it's doing okay right now. I still need help with a little bit of certain things, like my social media and stuff like that, because that's just all sporadic. I do it when I can now, but it's going good though. Like my slogan is "Get uncomfortable, plain and simple." I got another one on the back that says "Take care of self," and that's what I run with. Your body is a project; you got to work on it. So.
And for people that aren't local, how can they still get involved with Bullard Project?
www.bullbodyproject.com. If you guys want to go on Instagram, it's Bullbody Project. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, it's Bullbody84. Instagram is Bullbody84. Facebook, Bullbody Project. Everything is going to be Bullbody. So if you see something that say Bullbody, it's probably me 9 times out of 10. So.
There you go. And if somebody is really good at social media, they should hit you up as well, right? To help you out there.
Definitely. If somebody wants a job making a couple $100 a week, let me know because I need my social media banging. All you got to do is help me sell merchandise, get more drive to my website, little stuff like that. Make a couple $100 a week. I mean, it ain't bad.
There you go. All right. So now we're going to take it back to the very beginning.
Okay.
So we've known each other for a few years now, but
Yeah. And we've been
before
trying to
this
make this happen
episode,
for a while.
I know, well, you were so great. So we started getting
So
connected
busy.
because you helped me back in the beginning of 2016 with my domestic violence project.
Yeah. Yep.
That's how we got connected, being a part of the video. So thank
Yeah.
you for that. That was
No
awesome.
problem.
So, but I wanted to do some research because I was like, I know Will, like I know he's been a Globetrotter forever. I know he hits all the crazy shots. People love him,
Yeah.
all of that. But one thing that really was fascinating to me and that I had no idea was you actually started in the foster care system.
Yeah.
And I know for me, last season, we are partnered with our county human services group.
Okay.
So I actually had a bunch of foster kids out to baseball games. And what broke my heart is they had never played organized sports. Like they never had the opportunity. One of our pitchers was teaching one of the boys how to play catch. So for me, I want to know, I'm sure you were at kind of a disadvantage with getting that early start to playing those organized sports, but how did you start getting into basketball and how did it grow from there?
I'm gonna start from from the top to bottom. I try to make it short, try to make it sweet, but I'm gonna try to give you the good points within the whole thing. So as a kid, I used to always walk up and down the street with a basketball. You know, it's just something that I love to do. We used to dribble. I used to shoot around in the, on our little milk crates in the back on the light pole. That's a real thing for people out there that don't know that. You shoot around on the milk crate on the light pole and stuff like that. Me and my friends would find some way to make a hoop. I remember as kids, me and my older brother, we would bend hangers, making them like a hoop, sticking them inside of a door, balling up socks, shooting them in there. So basketball has always been a passion. But when I was about 12 years old, I got placed in the foster care system. It was one of those things where it's just like, man, this is the wrong time for me to be placed in foster care because I got my two little brothers with me, and I'm gonna have to grow up quick. So 12 years old, I get placed in the system, and I was bouncing around for maybe 4 to 5, maybe possibly 6 homes in foster care. And I don't like to tell people that I came from foster care, but I just say my basketball journey started in foster care when I had to start taking it more serious. And I had a little brother with me. So my second to last foster home, my foster mom split us up because my brother was just lashing out, doing all these crazy things. And she wasn't going to take it. She wasn't allowing the things like that. She was like, she pulled me to the side first and was like, I'm going to have to split you guys up. I was upset, but I understood why. You know, because she said that she didn't want to have to get rid of both of us. Maybe there's another family out there that could help take care of him. You know, maybe somebody can pay attention to those ways that he's acting. But she really wanted to focus on me for some reason. So once me and my little brother split up, she wanted me to get out of the house and do something because around that time I was probably about 15 now. So I'm growing. I'm growing. I don't have a childhood from 12 to 15 years old. Only thing I did was be sad, get bounced around from foster home to foster home, act out, and just be like in a slump. So I got to this lady's house and she was like, you know what? No more of that. I understand these other foster homes been treating you bad. But in foster care, let me rewind a little bit. In foster care, you're supposed to get an allowance every 2 weeks. No foster family gave me my allowance every 2 weeks prior to me getting to this house. I was supposed to get a clothing stipend for me to go get shoes and clothes and stuff like that. Never got it, right? So once I got to this lady's house, I started to get my allowance. I would get like $300 a month for clothes and shoes. I'm like, is this real? I'm like, are you just doing this out of kindness? She's like, no, this is what you're supposed to get. I'm like, seriously? I didn't get these at these other houses. And she was like, well, I mean, here, it's not my money, it's yours. I don't need it. You're the one that need it. And she definitely helped me out with that. So that helped me build up a little bit of trust with her. So months go on. I'm in middle school, getting ready to go to high school. I was sad, still around the house. And all I did was write poetry at that time. Just sit in the basement, write poems. I've been writing poetry for almost 20 years now. And she was like, you know what? You got to get out of the house. You got to go somewhere. I'm like, what am I going to do? Like, you like basketball, don't you? I'm like, it's all right. I mean, I really don't care about it, you know, but she like, no, go outside, go play basketball. So I went outside, just started dribbling the basketball. She came outside and I was like, do you want me to put a hoop up back there? I was like, yeah, that's cool. Cause she had a garage in the backyard. And she was like, do you want to put a hoop up back there? I'm like, yeah, do that. So what she did was she had the backboard, but she went and bought the hoop. And she looked at the hoop up there. She looked at me and just gave me the rim. Like, here, now you got to put it up there. I'm like,
how tall were you at the time?
Oh man, ninth grade, I probably like 6'1", maybe.
Oh
I
my
was
gosh.
6'1". But I got a ladder, got up there and started to nail the hoop in there. Lo and behold, it was a beehive behind the backboard. So I'm nailing this rim up to this backboard, and I'm up there like, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
I must have hit the right spot. I got stung, and this is no lie, at least 6 times in my head by bees.
What?
I fall off the ladder. I run in the house screaming. My foster cousin, my foster sister is in the house. They're like, boy, what the hell is you screaming for? What's going on? What's wrong? I was like, I got stung by bees. They was like, that's what you get for being up there playing on that garage. That's what's wrong with you. I'm like, no, help me, get it out. So they pouring seasoning, salt and pepper in my head and stuff like that. But in foster care, kids don't get that interaction with biological families, but that just goes to show how much that this lady and her family accepted me even more, because they didn't treat me like a foster kid when I was at this house. They treated me like a regular kid. And that's what foster parents have to realize. If you already have kids and you bring in a foster kid, make sure you treat that kid with the same respect, and make sure you treat that kid just like how you would treat your family. Like it doesn't make sense if a kid has on these nice pair of shoes and this foster kid is wearing these like cans on his feet, Yeah. Make it even, make that kid feel loved. And that's exactly what she did at this house for me. So she was like, all right, you got your basketball hoop up, you got your ball, now start playing basketball. So I started to play basketball, be out there. We had a couple of family reunions out there with her family, and everybody that came over accepted me as this like little basketball player. So I'm out there playing basketball with everybody, boom, getting my confidence up. One of the guys from down the street came over one day and was like, oh man, you want to shoot around? Cool. Shot around in my place. Then we went out to his place because he had a hoop, shot around over there. Then we went to another house, shot around there. Then we was like, you know what? I think we're ready for the basketball court. Went to the basketball court, got my butt kicked. I'm like, I thought I was good. I thought I was amazing. I didn't know. Like, I was practicing, but it was just to go to show that. I mean, I thought I was good enough, but I wasn't at the time. So I just kept playing. And then I just ended up getting really good at basketball. Like I got so good at basketball around Detroit, Michigan, where I'm from originally, that it started to spread from around the whole city, that who I was. Like every place that I go, every time I get out the car, they'd be like, oh man, here we go. And my nickname back then was And One. So it was just one of those things. And every court I went to, I had a name, and everybody wanted to take my head off for some reason on the west side or the east side of Detroit. So that's how the basketball journey started, was me getting pushed by my foster mom in foster care when I really didn't want to do anything, So that's where the journey started at. And now I've been in the NCAA College Slam Dunk Contest from it, came in second place, been a Harlem Globetrotter for 13 years, been to 70 countries around the world. I hold 4 Guinness World Records, been on numerous of TV shows. I've been on American Ninja Warrior, Man vs. Food, the Today Show, The Good Morning America, BET 106 in Park when that was up. I was mentioned on, what was that, 2.5? Was it always something like 2.5 Men or something like that? I don't know. But it just goes to show that one person told me to stop feeling some way or stop being sad, and it changed my life for forever. So
she's the real MVP in this whole thing.
I still talk to her to this day.
Oh, that's great. And just kind of a short resume that you just rolled out with everything.
Yeah, it was pretty short.
No big deal. I love how you have it all memorized too. You're like, this amount of world records, these amount of countries. Like, it's amazing.
Yeah.
But
it's fun job.
I have to ask one thing I don't think you just mentioned, but you had a tryout with the New York Jets.
Oh, yeah. I forget about that.
How does that even happen?
So when I think they see me on the NCAA College Slam Dunk Contest. I guess I don't know where they see me from, but I was after the dunk contest. I got back to school, and the night I got back to school, I was walking through the intramural field. It was like 300 people out there doing something crazy. I don't know what they were doing. They had tents and stuff set up and signs. I'm like, what, y'all voting? What's going on out here? What's going on? But they knew because the dunk contest was live. They seen me on TV. I'm like, dang, that's crazy. So it took me like an hour to get back. I was signing autographs, taking pictures. I felt like the man for a couple hours, right?
Damn.
So then, right? Me and my best friend at the time, the next morning got up and we was walking to class. Matter of fact, we was walking to get something to eat because that next morning I didn't even go to class. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to class today.
Too cool for it that day.
Right? Look, no, life of a college athlete, though. You just pick and choose when you can go to class. Like you're D1. You know what? I'm good. I make it up in study hall. You know, something like that, right?
There you go.
So we're walking to we're walking to the food court, and my phone rings, and I'm like it's like a New York number. I'm like, all right, whatever, pick it up. Hey, this is such and such from the New York Jets. We wanted to call you in and see if you want to do a tryout. I looked at my phone, looked at my best friend, like, bro, it's the New York Jets on the phone. He was like, what? Do it, take it. I'm like, I ain't never played football before. He like, I don't care, do it. We about to go buy football right now. So it's a funny story, and I'm gonna try to get a video of how it actually went with me and him, and I'm gonna post it on Instagram. But it was like a crazy day because I went from not going to class, not going to get nothing to eat, to Walmart to buy a football after the New York Jets called me, and I'm out there trying to run fake routes, catching. We out there doing cardio, and he was a little chubby guy too, so we was just out there. All right, cool, we got it, we gonna get it, you know. So I went down there for the tryout, and come to find out, it wasn't the actual tryout; it was actually the mini camp. So I was like in the NFL for 3 days and didn't even know it. I'm like, what?
Damn.
Oh, okay, cool. Right? But I never played football before. And my thing is, I don't know how this opportunity arose. I don't know how it came about, but it was just like, I'm going to take it because one, it looks good on my resume. And it shows that I obviously got something some people want. But me not never playing football before, I was just like, man, the sentimental side of me was like, some of these guys worked their ass off their whole life to be in this position. And then here I am, this basketball player who don't know how to play football, and I'm here, you know? So I went out there, I tried my best, but I mean, it just wasn't enough. The wide receiver coach told me that if I would have spent 2 years in the AFL, I would have came back and probably would have had a spot on the team because I was picking up things left to right so quick. But I also told him, look, I'm going to be real with you. I've never played football before, and I got a feeling that somebody else can benefit off of this opportunity besides me, and I really don't want it, you know. So it's like, I'm sorry, thank you guys for what's the name. Let me get some swag, let me get my per diem, and let me get my practice jersey, which I still got, and I'm out of here. So it was a good experience, a real good experience, and I learned a lot from it, you know. So
that's awesome. Well, they could use your help now because the Jets are just not very good.
I'm a Seahawks fan, so I really don't care about the Jets.
Oh, that's right. I remember that's what I have against you. I'm a Cardinals fan. So.
Oh, and guess who we play Sunday?
I know, Sunday Night Football. I'm pumped.
Oh, sorry for the loss already, but I mean, it's okay. It's okay.
We're actually doing a lot better than I thought we were going to because I was like,
but no,
I was born in Seattle, so I can't talk too much crap about the Seahawks.
All right. I mean, if we do lose a game, I mean, it might as well be to the Cardinals, you know. But
appreciate it. I know Kyler Murray, Hopkins, like we have everyone. Fitz. Yeah. So at least if you're gonna lose, you're gonna lose to that.
We got Russell, we got DK, we got Lockett, we got Carson, we got. I'm sorry to run these names up. we got a squad.
Well, I'll text you Sunday night and we'll see.
Got you.
All right. So I don't want to take up too much time because I know we're almost up, but you've had, I'm sure, so many amazing memories. I know you had one very scary memory with the Globetrotters with the crazy incident with the whole hoop falling on you.
I forget what year it was. It could have been, like 2000, was it 13 or 12? I'm not sure what year it was. I have to find that out for you. But we was in Honduras, Mexico, in a little sketchy arena. I'm like, okay, this looks weird. The rims, they look sturdy, but I mean, they probably never had no 6'4", 235-pound dude hanging off of them, or a 6'9" guy hammer, or 6'10" or whatever. I mean, so
and Hammer's huge too. Like I've stood next to him. He's pretty big.
Hammer's huge. I don't know. He's like 6'9", 260, 270. I don't know. He built
and
like
the hair too. I feel like the hair adds a few pounds.
It definitely does. So we're down there, Honduras, going through the game. It was about 500-600 people in the arena. Could have been a little bit more than that, but the arena was huge though. We were like, man, it was just one of those games. We're not going to go out there. We're not going to half-ass it just because there's not that many people in here. We about to go ahead and give it a whole game, give them a whole show. So we were going through one of our plays, and I come down the middle, I get it. They throw it off a glass, I think. Yeah, throw it off a glass, and I dunk it. And I go to put my feet up on the backboard. When I put my feet up on the backboard, I'm like, man, this rim is kind of loose. But it's not loose. It's actually falling back down to the ground. So when I go to try to brace myself and land on my feet and push the rim up, my feet slip, and the whole backboard just hit me right here. It caught me like, what side? It was this side. This side, it caught me right here. It just hit me right there on my eye. And I had a concussion from that, dislocated shoulder. I still have my gash right here.
Oh my
above my
gosh.
eye. I had cuts everywhere. And yeah, it was a scary moment for me. A lot of people that on the comments that I've seen, because it made World Star. You know how World Star could be with the comments. They
Oh
was
yeah.
like why didn't he let go? That was one of the comments that I've seen a lot. Like, why didn't he let go? Why didn't I free fall if I would have let go from 10 feet in the air and landed on my back and my head? Or
On a basketball court. Like,
why? That's why I didn't let go. You know, I
yeah.
probably would have got more injuries. I would have landed, fell on my back, hit my head, knocked out the inner rim, would have fell on me. Could have,
Yeah.
so I did what I thought was best. But it was one of those things I'll never forget.
Yikes. And so then between all the world records, all the countries, all the cities, all the special things you've gotten to do, what's the best thing that's come out of being a Harlem Globetrotter?
The best thing I want to say is the giving back aspect of it, because we give back so much. I want to say the best thing for me, I got like 3 or 4 of them. One of them is going to be the fan interaction that we have with the kids during the autograph session. When a kid come up to you and say, "This is the best thing I've ever been through," like, "This is the best thing I've ever seen." I'm like, "Thanks, I appreciate that." And some come, "You're my favorite player," and I hit them with, "What's my name?" They'd be like, "I'll be right back," and then leave and come back or something
Like
like
try
that.
to look
But
at the back of your jersey.
yeah, I like that. I like when we have people who's older, like 70, 80, who's never seen the Globetrotters, like back in the day when we was really, really popular. When they come out to see the game, it was like, "I've been waiting my whole life for this," and we give them that show. That's an amazing feeling. Another thing that I really love to do is I love to go perform for the troops on our U.S. military tour that we have. Usually it goes out every year. It didn't go out. It possibly could still go out next year, depending on how the COVID is, but we didn't go out this year. But that's probably one of my favorite things to go do, because I know for that hour that we're there on their base, and we hit Afghanistan, like Iraq and all those places like that. So I know that hour out of the day, they can actually relax for a little bit with their families if we're on a family oriented base, or wherever we're at, even if we're in the hot zone for an hour. They can relax for a little bit, laugh, and then get right back to it, because it takes pressure off of them for doing what they're doing for us over here, and a lot of people don't take that into consideration. Those guys over there on the front line, like really on the front line. It's unreal, some stories that we've had and some things that we've encountered while we were over there. It was one game where we would play the first half, 30 minutes for 300 troops, and at halftime they have to go post up, because you never know what's going to happen to another 300 troops come in, and we got to start the game over again, because that's how quick they move over there. We was in Bagram Airfield Base, I want to say a couple years back, and on the base we performed a game, and I want to say like 3 days after we left the base got hit. 13 or 16 people got killed in the same place that we played basketball. So it's tough over there. Like it's tough, but I love going over there, giving those guys something to smile about, laugh about, even just hanging out with them after the game if they don't have anything to do. Like me and the guys, we could get orders so we could able to walk around the base and things like that. So we try to find out where everybody's hanging out at. No matter what time it is, 1 o'clock in the morning, we're up going to hang out with these guys, trying to make them smile, trying to make them laugh. But that's just the kind of people that we are being Globetrotters. We're selfless people, and we put others first. And that's what you got to be. That's what you got to do to be a Globetrotter. Good characteristics.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing is you guys are always so positive and just, like always smiling, and you always have so much energy. So I think it's so special that between the troops and just the other different community visits, and I feel like you guys are always out trying to make the world better. So that's so amazing of you guys. And I hope that it can go back to normal in 2021 and y'all can get back to doing what you do best. So fingers crossed for that.
Yeah.
For sure.
I hope so in March too. I hope March we come back like stronger than ever with whatever type of modifications that we got to have. But I still hope we come back in March, just for those 2 months, because people need it. People need it, that to get out and go laugh and stuff and things like that. So I want to see how it's going to be when we come back.
For sure. And I was so bummed. I went to the show in Reno last year and you were not there. I was like, I don't think I've ever been to a game or show or whatever it's called where you've been there. And I've been to a few of them. I always miss you somehow.
Yeah. Either, so what month was it? Was it earlier this year?
I think it was during our soccer off season. So maybe like October, November of
Oh, I probably was.
2019.
Yeah, I was somewhere else. I was somewhere. I forget where I was at during that time, but yeah, I was definitely somewhere. But we always cross paths. It'd be like this. You're here, you're there. Oh man, yeah, but I'm across the water. I'm in
I
Europe.
know.
So,
When you're in
oh
Phoenix, I'm
yeah,
like, I'm not. I don't know where
yeah.
I am. But someday, hopefully soon, I'll get to cheer you on, get a bowl jersey.
I got
Um,
you. I got you, girl.
Cool. Well, I'll let you go. I know you're busy working right now, but thank you so much. We'll have to do this again just because I'm sure there's a million more stories. But thank you, and I'll talk to you soon, and we'll talk tomorrow for the game.
All right, cool. Peace.
All
Peace
right,
out,
see
everybody.
ya.